What's going on, y'all? What's the word? What's the deal? Pickle is everything kosher. Let's talk about y'all boy Ray Daniels and his conversation around LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant. LeBron James not having a father in his life really didn't. He's saying LeBron not having a father in his life, it failed to put a certain mentality in him because he didn't have a daddy. He was a mama's boy. Oh, he said all of that, right? And I'm like, let's discuss this while we going live, man. Hey, what's going on, Noob? LB, what's the word, my boy? He said, Kobe was more of a man. Like Kobe had more man stuff in him because he had his daddy, right? And I was just like, man, we're gonna have to stop this, man. We're gonna have to stop this, man. It's getting crazy out this mug, bro. Um, the conversation started because Ray Daniels and his co-host were assessing the Rich Paul Austin Reeves situation, right? And Rich Paul basically saying the Lakers didn't like that Rich Paul said that about Austin Reeves, etc. Right? And I'm like, okay, then it transitioned to Ray Daniels saying LeBron, he ruined the NBA, he killed the NBA. He started talking about certain things that LeBron does that he don't like, and he was like, I'm about to go here, I'm about to go there. LeBron, basically, he said LeBron is a mama's boy, and because he didn't have a daddy in his life, there's certain stuff that's missing from him and his mentality, and so on and so forth, right? And like, damn, my bad, y'all. Yeah, he starts basically saying like it was just certain stuff missing from LeBron. Like Kobe had more of a man mindset because he had his father. And bro, when he said this, I said a lot can be said about a man like LeBron James, who never had his father in his life at all, never met his dad. But he got to the NBA. Not only got to the NBA, was the number one overall pick, right? Had a $90 million shoe contract from Nike before he played his first game. And we never seen LeBron James getting drunk, being in the newspaper, getting arrested for being high, being in shootouts, being in bar fights. We never seen LeBron James like get into all type of crazy, you know what I'm saying? Getting into all type of crazy BS. You never seen LeBron James getting locked up, getting in all type of domestic disputes with his woman and all of that crazy stuff you see from a lot of these young dudes. You never seen that from him, right? So I think LeBron James did a phenomenal job without having a father in his life, right? But I just want to point the hypocrisy for it. A lot of these guys, a lot of these players that people admire and love, a lot of them didn't have no father in their life. A lot of them didn't have a dad. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're going to say, because he was basically saying LeBron got a lot of bitch in him because he didn't have a father. And I'm like, well, if you're going to go that route, it was certain things lacking in Kobe Bryant's mentality, and he had a father. It was certain stuff he did that you can look at as weak and all of that. And he had a father in his life, and not only in his life, in his household with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what? What do they got to do with anything? But brothers be trying to, like I told y'all, man, a lot of brothers be trying to pull LeBron James manhood card and act like he's not a man because he don't have a dad, right? Or he didn't grow up with a father. But I can point to a lot of things that Bean has done that he shouldn't have done because he had his father in his life every step of the way, right? But if I do that, I'm a bad person. I need to stop talking like that. I don't care. But it's just like, what? Furthermore, like, it's like, yeah, you know how I'm going, Zeddy. You know how I'm going. And even on the court stuff, right? If you say, well, Kobe had a more of a man mentality because he had his father. Um, I'm like, well, if you're gonna say LeBron quit, it's I watched Kobe Bryant quit too. You know, I watched Kobe Bryant quit couple of games. So where did having a father stop him from quitting? It's like when Kobe quit though, it always gets dressed up as something else. Like, oh, he was just trying to prove a point, you know, yada yada yada, Rasul, is LeBron James a gang member or a stepdaddy? No, he's not. So point in I'm talking about LeBron James specifically. Like, where did him not having a father lead him astray? He was able to achieve the highs of the highs in life without having a father, you know? And I'm sure he wishes he had his dad. You look at the man that he is with his kids, and you say, damn, that's some real man stuff that he do with his kids, man. For real. So it's like, to me, um, like, well, why are we going there, bro? Like what? And again, they act like when you say that, you can't point to certain things that Bean has done. Where like you could say, man, you would think he wouldn't do that because he had his dad in his life. You can point to that, man. So Jalen Wiggins, you mentioned it before I mentioned it because you knew I was going, right? You knew I was going with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, I'll be like, they just be talking, man. But I think that's not an accurate point to make. It's just not an accurate point to make. But Ray said out of his own mouth, he's never like LeBron James as a player. And so I think it's stemming from all of that. Him not liking LeBron James as a player has now spilled off into him like, oh, he didn't have no daddy. And I'm sure Ray has friends who didn't have a father, and he probably loved them to death. And he would never pull their man card because they didn't have a dad. He would never pull a man card and say they less of a man or they got a lot of bitch stuff in them because they didn't have a father. And if he did that, his friends would be ready to fight him. Let's be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out where he's saying if LeBron had a father in his life, he wouldn't have switched teams. When I can point to the fact that Cole almost switched teams. He tried to switch teams until the Lakers were so afraid of his threat. Like Kobe really was trying to get traded, and they knew it. They figured something out to get Pau Gasol over there with him. They figured that out because Kobe was like, I can't win with what y'all got over here. So they figured it out, right? Like you said, Tupac didn't have a father. Like his father he had Mutulu Shakur, but that Mutulu was gone for a large portion of his life, right? And he didn't have a father for a large portion of his life. Large for most of his life. And people love Pac. They don't never say that shit with Pac for real. They never bring up certain ways of Pac, and he didn't have his father. You know what I'm saying? He did mention KD too. Like, and I'm like, man, it's like people try to pull that angle. But it's like if we say certain stuff, if I really go there, people be ready to fight me for what I can say about Kobe doing stuff that a man with a father should never be doing. If you had your father in home with him, he had his father in home with him. LeBron mama doesn't know the Rasul. Like, boy, you hate you, boy. I bet you women hate seeing you coming, Rasul. When women see you coming, they run the other way. They say, God damn, his ass coming right now. He gonna come. As soon as you get around girls, you say, y'all women ain't shit. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all the scum at the bottom of the earth, scum at the bottom of my shoe. And y'all don't deserve shit. Y'all terrible. And girls be like, we time for us to go. Well, Rasul, I know women hate being around you. They don't like talking to you. They don't think you cool. They hate even asking you for directions. I know women hate to even be in your vicinity. Like, he come. Ain't hum. Look at Sabbatical Queen. She talking about say it. Piss the people off. Y'all be ready for me to go there. I'm going to go there in a minute. Somebody say the wrong thing, I'm going to go there. I done already made a video about this whole topic, and I went there in the video. In my regular video, I haven't posted the video yet, but I done already made a regular video where I talk about all of this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go there. It's going to go there, you know? But it's just like, Ray, what are we getting at, man? You saying you trying to allude to the fact LeBron less of a man because he didn't have his dad. But all that having a father in his life didn't stop Bean from telling on Shaquille O'Neal when he got in trouble with the girl in Eagle, Colorado. He still told on Shaq's infidelities while Shaq was a married man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you seen me, Corby Smith. You seen me in that comment section. Because all of that, he got a daddy. LeBron didn't have a daddy. He certain man stuff be in you. You have a certain mindset, certain mentality. When all that happened, and with all that mentality, that man mentality you learned from your father went out the window when Bean got caught with that girl in Eagle, Colorado. And I know he was scared and he was shook up from the situation. But don't bring up no another man when you get caught cheating. You just got caught cheating. You got to take it on the chin like a lot of other dudes do when they get caught by their old girl. Don't implicate nobody else. Don't talk about what somebody else be doing and what they got going in their personal time. You just got to take your L. And it just be what it be. Right? So you can't like, what? Oh, he had a father. Kobe had his father in his life. And having a father still didn't say, damn, he didn't say I shouldn't be telling Shaq personal business and he a married man. Shouldn't be telling his personal business anyway. But I shouldn't be mentioning none of that. And he got a wife, that don't got nothing to do with him. I didn't mess with this girl and she done got me into all type of stuff. You know? So it's like, oh, he didn't. It's a lot of great players who didn't have a father in their life. And they still turned out to be upstanding individuals, right? And nobody else gets ridiculed like this for not having a father, like LeBron does. His manhood is gone because he didn't have a daddy, right? Young City. I'm gonna keep bringing up Kobe case, yeah, because he told on Shaquille O'Neal, did he not? I'm gonna have that same energy. If LeBron tell on another man when he get in trouble like Kobe did, I'm gonna keep the same energy. You just mad because Bean did that. I'm not bringing up the case. I'm bringing up him telling on Shaquille O'Neal when he ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Young City, you just mad because don't get mad at me. I ain't do that. Cole went and told on Shaq and said I should have paid the girl like Shaq be doing. I ain't do it. Be mad at Cole. He did that, right? So I ain't bringing up. If Brian tell on another man, then I'm gonna be like Brian a sucker. That's weak. I'm gonna go in on him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do that. That ain't solid. Don't do that. Same way he said Kobe had his daddy in his life and all of that. He had his daddy, and Kobe wasn't even talking to his father for majority of his career. Because the Latina woman he married wasn't finna have that shit. You feel me though? Vanessa wasn't finna have that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to bring up? We can bring up D-Rose case. Again, I don't think Kobe did what he was accused of. I don't. It's just he shouldn't have been bringing Shaq's name up in the situation, right? You trying to omit that part, right? You know what I'm saying? And look, I ain't even should be going there Cause like I told y'all, some of my closest family members and friends are with non-black women. Y'all gonna see them on the on my channel, and they not with black women, right? And I really don't denigrate brothers for not being with black women. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do and love who you love, right? My point is, you tell this girl I ain't effing with y'all and tell your black family kick rocks. That's crazy to me. You can be mad at your family members for not coming to your wedding. And people always say he didn't come to the wedding because that they didn't come to the wedding because she was a Latina. When everybody say that wasn't the case. They really didn't come to the wedding because Kobe was marrying her without a prenup. Kobe got married to her when he was 21 years old. And it was due to the fact that he met her at a video. He met Vanessa at a video shoot, right? A video set, right? And so they had their trepidation and fears as parents saying, man, I don't know if our boy need to be marrying this girl this young without no prenup, etc. Now, they still should have went to the wedding, right? They still should have went to the wedding 100%, right? But they looking like, yo, he marrying this girl, this young girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he ain't got no prenup. And like, it was rumors Vanessa mama was trying to hurry up and get them to get married quick, all of that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah. So I think they just had Kobe's best interests at heart. But I do think his parents should have came to the wedding. I do think that, right? But for all of that, he gonna say Kobe had certain man stuff in him because he had a father. Kobe threw his father and them to the side. Threw that same father he had to the side, you know, and rocked out with, hey, I'm only rocking with my wife, to the point where Vanessa don't even respect Joe and Pam. And I know she don't because at Kobe's memorial, she didn't even mention them at all. She didn't even mention the people that gave birth, that brought him into this world. None whatsoever. It took Shaquille O'Neal to get up there on the podium and say a shout out to Pam and Joe Bryant. It took for Shaq to do that. Vanessa ain't mentioned them at all. That's how you know she don't respect them at all, right? So it's just like stuff like that. All that, man, Kobe a real man, and he still didn't have his wife in check enough to say, man, look, why you don't look? You and my people don't got to see eye to eye, but respect my mother and father. Now, I don't know how true this is either, but I heard that one of Kobe's sisters be working in a restaurant. Listen, yes, as a married man, your main priority is the family that you made and you marry, your wife and all of that, right? Your wife come first, but I'll be damned if my sister is working in a motherfucking restaurant. I don't know if that's true. I'll be damned. Not gonna be able to do it. So I just could never do that, bro. I don't care. And my mama cannot like my wife cannot like my mama all she wants to. They not finna be out here working on I'm not finna do that to them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and Vanessa ain't even shout them out at the dang on thing. So all of that, having Kobe had a father in his life and Bean wasn't even talking to his daddy no more. Right? So, right. He cool, she cool with, that's what they say. One of Kobe's sisters cool with her. They say one of Kobe's sisters cool with Vanessa and the other one not. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but anyway, all I say all that to say, he trying to make a point like, he said Bron got a lot of BITCH stuff in him. Because he didn't have his father. And I'm looking like, he said Kobe had a daddy. That's why I like him. Like Kobe was above doing certain things because he had a father. And it's like, no, he wasn't. He don't got to be the family ATM, but my mama and my father not finna want for nothing. Especially because Joe Bryant, the one that taught him how to play basketball. Joe Bryant is the one that had him overseas in Italy around professional players and introduced him to the game. You cannot like my wife all you and my wife can be at odds. I'm not gonna have my mama and them. You be crazy. What? If you crazy? If I'm letting my wife, if I'm letting my wife be as icy as she can be, and my parents be out here like, yeah, it is what it is. My sister ain't working in no restaurant, bro. I don't care if I got $500 million. My sister ain't working, and let's say allegedly she working in a restaurant. I don't know, but like I ain't doing that, bro. I'm just not, you know. But anyway, though, for all that, Kobe having a daddy in his life and him having a daddy didn't stop him from telling on Shaquille O'Neal. So you see how that worked? Like I said before, I think LeBron has done a great job for himself by getting to the NBA. Not only getting there, being the number one overall pick, um, being number one overall pick, getting a $90 million shoe contract from Nike, and not getting in no type of legal trouble, having all of that money. You ain't seen LeBron at bars, drunk. You ain't seen him high. You ain't seen him getting arrested. You ain't seen him getting into bar fights and shootouts, and you ain't seen none of that from him. And he had all that money before he played his first game, and he never got in no trouble like that. You know? And then to be able to translate, I didn't have a father in my life, so I'm gonna be the best father I could be for my kids. You know what I mean? I think that's admirable, if you ask me. And a lot of these dudes who a lot of these guys love players and admire players that didn't have fathers in their life. Look how they love Allen Iverson. They love Allen Iverson, dirty draws. AI did not have his father in his life at all. And they love AI dirty draws. You know what I'm saying? You get me? So it's just like all of that, he didn't have a father. Kobe was more of a man. And I can point to certain situations where Kobe he's done flawed things too. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson had his father. I don't think his father was around though. You know, I think he probably rekindled with his dad, but I don't think his father was around. Said T Mac another one. Yeah, like all this, he didn't have a dad. It's a lot of dudes. Most of these great professional athletes, a lot of them didn't have fathers. You know, and they still turned out to be solid individuals. So a lot of them that still turned out to be solid men without, even though they didn't have a father. You know? So yeah, man. I just feel like I'm like Ray out here. He trying to say certain stuff. He trying to go a certain level, he trying to go to a certain place where he don't realize that people can say certain things about Kobe as well, even with him having his dad. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot of guys who try to attack the manhood of LeBron. And they make it seem like these other players were the beacon of masculinity. Until I point out certain things that they've done, and now they be want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now T-Mac ain't never had no scandals either. Yeah, AI knew who his dad was. But was his dad in his life like that for real? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but yeah, like, I just think like, look, just say, you know, you like this player over that player, but he tried to say certain mindset. He like, you know, Braun switching the team. First, he said like when George Floyd, he said when George Floyd got killed, LeBron was like, why they don't like us? Why they don't like us? And I was like, he said that was some bitch stuff. And I'm like, okay, because LeBron said, well, he said you 6'9", you should say F them people. We are whatever, whatever. And I said, okay. Now, on the contrary, Bean never really spoke on black issues like that. He did a few times. He did a few times at the end of his career, but he wasn't never really speaking on black issues. Like he was like Derek Jeter and Michael Jordan. They ain't speaking on no issues, none whatsoever outside of basketball, right? But then he started talking about like if you damn, hold on. Then he started talking about what he say? Damn, hold on, my microphone tripping out, y'all. He started talking about LeBron switching teams. And he was like, if he had a father in his life, his father would have told him not to do that. You don't do that. He ain't have a certain mindset because his father wasn't in his life. And I'm like, okay, well, Kobe had his father in his life and he stopped shooting in a game 7 because he was mad at the media. Because the media said he was shooting a lot of bad shots in the prior games, which he was, right? And he stopped shooting in a game 7. And you say Kobe had his mindset, a certain type of confidence and mindset because he had a father in his life. And I'm like, well, in that game 7, he stopped shooting. Oh, he had a father and he stopped shooting. And he quit in a game. You know what I'm saying? So what we can play that all day. We can talk about, oh, you can say LeBron quit, and I can point to you being quitting and losing a 3-1 lead. I can point to Bean shooting 3 shots in the second half of game 6 of the NBA Finals where the Boston Celtics won the championship and the Lakers got blown off the court. And Bean took 3 shots in the second half, right? Now, if I bring that up and say, well, he had a father, he supposed to go out gunslinging. He supposed to be the black mama. It's a certain mindset, a never say die mindset you're supposed to have by having your father in the home with you. Right? He supposed to have a mamba mentality, never say die, because he had his father, he had his daddy in the house. He wasn't no mama's boy. But he still only shot 3 shots in the second half and quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these players have flaws and faults with them. But people try to use, like, they try to play with LeBron manhood. He's raised by a mama, a single mom. Try to play with his manhood in the course of that. You feel me? And I'll be looking like, hey, that's corny to me. Just say you don't like him, but try to play with his manhood and say, oh, he got a lot of BITCH in him because he was raised by his mama, and Kobe don't got that because he was raised by his dad. And they always talk about Kobe having his dad, and I bring up the fact that Kobe wasn't even speaking to his father no more at all in favor of Vanessa. Wasn't even speaking to his parents at all for much of his career in favor of Vanessa, right? And even after he passed away, Vanessa ain't have enough respect for his parents to even give them a shout out or talk about them after Kobe had passed away. She didn't even mention Kobe parents at all. She didn't mention Joe and Pam Bryant. I hope I didn't say Joe and Pam Jackson during my damn video I just made. But yeah, she didn't mention them. So yeah, I think LeBron, like you said, Mr. Up the Score, for being raised by a single mother, I think LeBron has done a great job as a man and a great job in his life and his career without having paternal guidance. But yeah, SL, Ray Daniels, the music producer. He went off talking about Bron, Kobe more of a man. He had a daddy. Didn't he mention Michael Jordan having that? He might have, but a lot of people go there. Mike and Kobe had dads, so they just was made up of something different. And I'll be looking like, man, all of them having a dad, it was times where it didn't show in Kobe that he had a father with certain things he did. So when we can go there, and brother, well, when we go there, brothers be getting upset. Now, Rap Guy, you saw them. I think Corey Holcomb is a hilarious dude. He is. But you saw me getting down on Corey this past weekend. So you know I think Corey does a lot of clowned out stuff. And I think he's obnoxious. And I think he does a lot of weak, whack, clown shit on a regular, everyday basis. That's why I made them videos. You know what I'm saying? Black Mall, what's the word? What's the word? Yeah, man. So it's just like, yeah, why you mentioning this? Time of this man ain't had no. Oh, Cole was more of a man because he had his father. It's like, I don't know. That'd be the angle, man. This sound like a Corey Holcomb and Whitlock comment. Of course, it's a Corey Holcomb and Jason Whitlock comment. You didn't have no father in your life, so you act like a bitch. But like I said, a lot of these dudes' favorite players did not have no father for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. As I mentioned earlier, LeBron and I had no father. To go to be the #1 overall pick, make $90 million before he played, and got a $90 million contract before he played his first game, and then never get into any legal trouble. None of the bar fighting. You ain't never seen LeBron drunk, high, getting into domestic disputes like a lot of superstars be doing. You ain't never seen none of that. You ain't never seen him with a mug shot in the paper. You ain't never seen him getting in bar fights and shootouts like a lot of these other dudes. You ain't never seen him get caught up with guns or nothing like a lot of these other phenoms, man. You said they just giving you content. They are, and I thank them for giving me content, man. Seahawks versus Patriots Part 2. Yeah. Mac Whitlock said this before, and I can agree. But what do that got to do with LeBron lack of controlling emotions? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see dudes with their father not be able to control their emotions too. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, Bassie had his father in his life. Otis Tailfeld was in his life. You know what I'm saying? And look what he did. Look at how Bassie was acting. Otis Tailfeld was in the crib with him. And look at Bassie was acting, right? And you can say the same thing for Cole. Cole had his father in his life and wasn't even talking to his daddy for his Latina girl. He shut off his mama and daddy now for Vanessa. Wasn't even talking to that same father he had in his house. He said, fuck him for Vanessa. So it's like, what do we? You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like dudes that have fathers in their life be doing a lot of crazy stuff too. You know what I mean? So it's like, what? It's a lot of dudes that have fathers in their life that do weak stuff too. Same way Bean had his father in his life and he still managed to tell on Shaquille O'Neal's infidelities. And he still managed to break man code. So it's like what? Like I said, Sebastian Telfair had his dad right in the crib with him. Adrian Broner had his father with him every step of his way. His daddy used to be brushing his hair in the ring after the fights. AB done been in every type of trouble you can get in. Emotionally unstable. No. See, y'all got to stop. Can Kobe rest in peace? Y'all don't do this for nobody else. We can talk about everybody that's deceased but Kobe Bryant. I don't live in that world. Mama be talking about Martin Luther King, calling Martin Luther King all type of sellouts and shit, and he deceased. But when it come to Bean, we gotta like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be like, we gotta act like he can't talk about him. No, we gonna talk about him too. And we can talk about everybody else, but with Bean, we gotta just not talk about him. No, I don't live in that. I don't live in that world. Anybody that's deceased can get talked about as long as we telling the truth. And y'all know I ain't lying. Adrian Broner had his daddy in his life all the way. AB act a motherfucking fool on a regular, right? You know what I'm saying? His daddy be right in the ring brushing his hair. So what are we talking about, bro? Like, Ville, Jesus. No, I don't like Ray in here talking about Kobe was more of a man than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But passive look. Well, Black Maul, do having a father stop you from telling on other man's infidelities? Apparently not. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing is absolute. You can say that. He's saying LeBron compared to Kobe, Kobe was more of a man. And Kobe still stood told on Shaq infidelity, and he had his daddy in his daddy was there every step of the way to teach him man code, and he still broke that violation, right? So, you know what I mean? Kobe, look, Kobe was coddled. You feel me? Like he grew up overseas in Italy. So we can say the same. Kobe was coddled too. Grew up overseas in Italy, all of that. You know what I'm saying? and then married a girl at 21 with no type of prenup, all of that. And then told his parents, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I'm finna go get with my Latino boo, and we gone out this motherfucker. So what we talking about, man? It's like, you know, so all that being having his father, he wasn't even talking to his daddy most of his career. Told him, F y'all. I'm riding with Vanessa. Bye. So how you see how that works? You feel me? So all that having a father and being life, and he still was doing that. That's what I be saying. Like Ray trying to make it, oh, he more of a man. So they're like, what are we doing? Bro, I don't care. Act cool. Ain't nothing worse than telling on my infidelities, bro. All that getting traded, all right, whatever. Telling on my infidelities, though, I don't be liking that. I just can't be cool with that. And Kobe ain't gonna tell you to your face he told on your infidelities, though, Black Maul. He ain't gonna do that. He gonna get in that interview with John Saunders and be like, you know, I tried to call him. John Saunders sit up there. So it's cool. All that happened your daddy in your life, and he still told his mama and them, fuck y'all. So what do that mean? You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, what do we? And Black Maul, I respect no man that tell on another man infidelities, Black Maul. I know you don't want to talk about that, Black Maul. Once you tell on me, you can't even hang with me. My homies don't know that. Once you tell on my infidelity, you got to take your L on this. You get caught cheating, you just got caught, bro. You got to take your L like every other man do. When you get caught cheating, you just caught, bro. You can't just be talking about nobody else. You just caught. You feel me? You got to get caught. Look at Black Maul. He mad. Black Maul mad the motherfucker now. Hey, once you get caught, you just caught. You can't come around me. And my homies them know that. I ain't never told on them. They ain't told on me. If they told on me, I ain't know about it. Cause you can't even kick it with me, skate with me, none of that. Once you tell on my infidelities, cause you get caught, you gotta face your old lady. When you get caught, you gotta do like everybody else. Every other man that get caught cheat, they just gotta face it. You gotta take that L. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't. But if you do, well, Black Maul, that don't work because Kobe shouldn't have been cheating. You see how that worked, Black Maul? Kobe, he told because he got caught. He shouldn't be cheating, Black Maul. Don't do that. See, Maul don't got no point because Kobe only brought it up because his ass got caught cheating. See, Black Maul, I'm surgical with this. You know that, right? I'm surgical. You shouldn't have been out here cheating because the only reason you brought that up because you cheat. Yes, you do. You do care about Kobe. Yes, you do. Black. Don't lie like that. Black Maul, you care about Bean because every time I talk about Bean, you be trying to move that goalpost. You care about. Don't do that. Don't. You can't tell me you don't care about him. The only reason Cole brought that up because he got caught cheating. So he shouldn't have been cheating in the first. That's the only reason. So he shouldn't have been cheating, and he wouldn't have had to tell on that man. That's all I'm saying. So all of that, one dude more man than another dude and all of that, like, what we talking about, bro? You feel me? What are we talking about? Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so we can't even do that. And I know people gonna get mad at these comments, but I'm just keeping it honest with you, bro. Like, I'm just telling y'all the real. So we can't talk about one dude more man than he had a father in his house. So he not gonna do that. Cause guess what? I'm telling you right now. So that means he like what? Same thing, right? That's what Raven trying to make it frame it like Cole was more a man than him. Like, oh, he was a man. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You feel me? Like, same way I said, like you would think if you have your father in your life, like I said, I think it's something to be said. I think it's something to be said about LeBron and Kevin Durant and them getting to the league without, and again, because he was talking about LeBron James specifically. It's something to be said about LeBron James getting to the league, making all that money before his first game, and not getting into no legal trouble at all, like a lot of other superstars do. Mostly all the other superstars then got into some legal trouble. They didn't been drunk, high. They didn't been shooting. They didn't been fighting at bars and all type of crazy stuff. It say a lot about a young dude to be 18 years old and to be able to speak well in front of the media, all of that, and ain't getting no trouble like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot to be said for that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot to be said for that, man. You ain't had no father, no parental, no paternal guidance, and you still ain't getting to none of them pitfalls that other dudes fall into. And you ain't had no paternal guidance. I think a lot can be said for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you said we all will die mad that LeBron will never be respected like Mike and Kobe. Black Maul, you getting mad. Stop getting mad, G. I don't like, bro. You said that's low hanging fruit. I'm saying everybody else then got a lot of dudes then got in trouble. A lot of them then got in trouble, bro. A lot can be said. He ain't had no paternal guidance, and a lot of them didn't get in trouble. He didn't win and deal he supposed to do. Talking about low hanging fruit BS. You just tried to absolve Kobe for snitching by saying you shouldn't be cheating. Then you shouldn't have nothing to tell him. And you see that didn't work for you, so now you're trying to flip it to that. You tried to get a man out of telling on another man by saying if you don't cheat, you nobody got nothing to tell on. And you know that ain't how we talk as men, Black man. You know that we ain't say no shit like that. We know we don't tell. We know we don't never tell no dude you shouldn't be cheating. We don't say no shit like that. We tell that other dude, hey man, what? I know you ain't telling on dude. You tried to absolve him from, you tried to absolve Cole out of telling on another dude, talking about something you just shouldn't be cheating. We'll never say that to no dude. When if he telling another man, we ain't gonna say, man, if you wasn't cheating, he wouldn't have nothing to tell on. We don't never say nothing like that, Black Maul. You know that. Don't be getting up in any comments even doing that. You know that's disingenuous. We don't never tell no other man. You know what I'm saying? You don't never tell no other man. Look, Black Maul hate LeBron. He hate LeBron James. I know this is why he be mad. He hate LeBron. He act like he don't. He don't. Right? Black Maul, we ain't never told no another man when he get told on, you just shouldn't be cheating, bro. What? And let's be for real. We as men, we don't do that. Like we gonna be honest. And I know women in here, we ain't never did no shit like that in our life. We gonna say, why fool tell on you like that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The man line is the point of the video, Black Maul. Yes, I'm really on that. Yes, that's the purpose of the video. As a man, you know we don't do that. You ain't never told a dude. When a dude got in trouble, you ain't never told. If a dude tell on another man's infidelities, you gonna tell your homie, you just should. If this would have never happened, if you didn't get cheated, if you wasn't cheating, you be like, why a fool tell on you, Joe? I know it's not something that women want to hear. But let's be for real, as men, We never gonna blame the homie like, man, if you wasn't cheating, it wouldn't be nothing to tell on. We don't say nothing like that. We gonna be like, why you telling on fool for? What? You know what I'm saying? What? I wish one of my what man. We ain't never said nothing like that, bro. I gotta get off here too in a minute because I gotta go to work. But y'all know that ain't nothing. We ain't never said nothing like that in our life. Man, bro, if you wasn't cheating, he wouldn't have nothing to tell on. Man, we ain't what? If my homie told me that, I'm fighting my homeboy. What if my homie tell me that? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Nah, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, bro. I'm being for real. We be like, Jay, why he tell on you, bro? It be like, man, why you tell on fool? Why he tell on you like that? I know the women don't want to hear that, but I'm just saying for real. You know? No, you said men without fathers, they you said something like they be like super emotional, whatever, whatever. And I think everybody give LeBron credit for that. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, you had a lot of money and a lot of fame, and you just like a lot of brothers get into some trouble in their lifetime. You feel me? A lot of brothers get in trouble in their lifetime. And when with a lot of that money, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers get in trouble with a lot of that paper. My homie tell me some shit like, hey, if you wasn't cheating, like, let me be for real. Like, you shouldn't be cheating. You shouldn't, right? It's not good. It's not good. Let me say that. It's not good to be cheating. You shouldn't be committing no type of cheating, right? But if your homie sit here and tell you, man, if you wasn't cheating, he wouldn't have nothing to tell on. We fighting right there, Joe. We fighting, bro. And I'm not even aggressive spirited like that. But don't tell me nothing like that. Cause what? Who are you talking to? What? What, man? Hey, man, I'm just being for real. We don't be saying nothing like that, man. Like, it just ain't nothing we gonna do. Yeah. Black Mall, you super groupie behavior is you trying to get Kobe out of cheating. Don't do that. That's super groupie behavior is you trying to get Kobe out of him telling on another man. That's the you keep doing that every time we pop on here. What you talking about? Every time we pop on here, Joe, you come up here talking about, hey, man, you try to put it off Kobe, man. It wasn't he didn't tell. It wasn't no like, I mean, it wasn't no street stuff. So, like, man, what you talking about? That's super groupie behavior. You keep trying to get Bean out of top. That's cool. That's groupie behavior. Stop doing that, bro. Cause you ain't doing it for nobody else but dude. And you know that. If Bryant told on another dude, I'm gonna say that's some weak shit. That's clowned out. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. I'm gonna say that's weak and that's clowned out. You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about, Joe? If Nick Young, when Nick Young told, everybody said it was weak. You feel me? What we talking about, bro? If Bron told, I'm gonna say that's whole shit. Bron, I'm gonna say that's some whole shit that he did. You feel me? I'm gonna say that's some weak ass whole shit. Hey, Jay, let me tell you something, Black Mom. My mother, my uncle, and my father, they know I'm solid as can come. They proud of me. So they don't give a fuck what I talk on here. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody have my mother, my uncle, and my father defending. You be defending Bean like you know him, and you act like you not. You act like you not. So what you talking about, bro? Ain't my father, my uncle, and my daddy ain't never been had a problem with how I am. They proud of me every step of the way. You feel me? And I can go pull them on here so they can say it. So it ain't nothing like that. You just mad. You mad because you know I'm right. And you getting mad because you be out here trying to put on, you be trying to save Kobe and all these conversations. and it's not gonna work with me. It's not. So I might get my video demonetized. I'm cussing a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he be acting like he not a Cole fan, and he really is. So what you mean? Like he be trying to act like he not. Like, nah, I know you are. It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? My uncle and my father, they don't feel no way about me. You know what I'm saying? They respect me to the highest degree. You know what I'm saying? And guess what, Black Mom? I can be on my 50th Bron video all day because this is my channel. That's why. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta come on here and say nothing when I do it. That's what it is. You is a cold. You like you. Hold on. He not defending. He's defending. He's defending snitching. He said F Kobe, not F snitches. Yeah, like what? He don't mean F Kobe when he say that. He don't, and I know he don't. He do not mean that. You know what I'm saying? Brothers can't like you can't. Brother can't give me no goddamn vitamin water and tell me it's Kool-Aid. I ain't one of the. I know what brother be trying to how they shape conversation. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's cool though. But again, he just be mad when I be bringing that up. It's okay though. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, though, I gotta get off this mug, man. I gotta go to work, man. You feel me? I gotta get up out of here. But I just don't like how if you just don't act like you not just say you a Kobe fan. You know what I mean? I don't know Carcino, so I can't even ask him that. I don't even know him. But you know, yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, you don't like LeBron, so when I say stuff about LeBron, you don't be wanting me to like, you be wanting me to get out on him. You know what I'm saying? I get it though. You know, I don't get it, but you know, yeah. But anyway, I got to get off this mug. I got to holler at y'all later, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I got to go. I got to go to work, man. I'm gone. Peace.